What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn podcast. Presented by our damn
selves.
155, I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, 155.
No shit. But before we get it cracking, got to shout out the lovely Jazz, creator of J-Scope.
Hey, girl.
First fitness belt that covers your entire midsection and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. And Memorial Day is damn near here, as hard as that is to believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so
we've been inside that long.
Yeah. Unofficial kickoff of summertime, and it doesn't even feel like it.
Right.
It'll be here, so get those bodies right. I know I'm gonna get me a workout in after I finish recording this. So
right.
I'm ready. Yeah.
As am I. I've made the decision about focusing on getting some family fitness in. Like me and the family, we had our talk this morning. We're like, yeah, we're going to start our family exercising. So
and I'm just seeing my weight continue to go up and up and up. So I said I got to do something because being in the house all day is just
easy to get caught up.
Yeah, eating more and working out less.
Right, it's so easy to get caught up with it. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
I got to do something just to maintain my body weight. So I'm going to hit a workout.
Yeah. That's just little things that we can do. I get it. You snacking and you watching Netflix and Hulu or whatever other shows that people be watching. Mm-hmm. Or the other streaming stuff,
Right.
But.
Anything exciting as far as what's going on in the world with this damn virus and all of that? Any updates on anything? Indiana opened back up. I'm waiting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, that's an update that they did open up.
They opened up for real. Where you can actually go and you can actually go and have a meal at a restaurant in Indiana, and that's how open they are right now. Me personally. I'm not going to have a meal in there. I'm carrying out, but people are actually sit down in a restaurant right now. I'm just saying.
And our cousin Melanie made a great point about this. She said, so how is it going to work if you're trying to eat in a restaurant, taking off a mask, trying to eat? She said, how does that work?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, do you lift the mask up, take a bite, and then lower it back down?
Right. Like, Melanie, how does this work? Yeah. That's a great point, though. Yeah. That is a great point. So, I mean, I get that restaurants, you guys have your money to make and everything, but at this point, like I said, I just think it's just not safe to be, even if you do social distance in a restaurant, I just don't think that it's safe to just be doing that right now. And
most places have been carrying out. I don't know why places want to actually open up dining.
That's crazy.
Who's going to dine? That's my thing.
Mm-hmm. Like the thing that I saw that somebody that was like, this might actually be a good idea. They were showing people dining in parking spaces. So it's like they had tables in the parking spaces. So then you said,
just like the movies, we might see the return of the drive-in.
But the drive-through, that.
The girls on the roller skates, the drive-in, all that. You might see where they hook your tray on the side of your car.
Whatchamacallit was ahead of the curve, I guess, Sonic, because Sonic did that.
They've been on the drive-in.
They've been doing that, like the 50s, the old 50s nostalgia, because they had a few of those. Yeah. They had a couple of those that were still around some years back.
Sonic is still around in
Sonic is still around.
Calumet City, the one by River Oaks is still there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I mean, I get that you want to get out, and I totally understand that, because being just four walls all day, every day, I get that it can be like nerve-wracking. It can
especially for people that are extroverts. Like, they're really feeling it now. Like, introverts are loving this shit right now.
Oh, yeah, they're loving it.
Like, if you're already an introvert, you like, I've been social distancing, but like extroverts are really feeling it. You just have to have a crew around you, like you really feeling bad right now. Mm-hmm. People that just love to have a bunch of people around them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then speaking from a parent standpoint, it's like we need a little bit of space because your kids up under you. Like, you love your kids, but you're used to spending hours apart from your children because your children are at school or daycare, and then you're at work. But now it's like those two worlds have collided, and now it's just kind of like, okay, this is a new norm, like where we do schoolwork and I do work, and I do housework. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of becoming like a little bit like, okay, like where's my weekend? And it's like, and then my weekend it's not really a weekend because you're not able to like really go out and do fun activities. So it's still kind of like, but like we said, like the family fitness, that's going to be a key thing. Family fitness is going to help us with this.
There you go.
You got to figure out, you got to get activities going. Because you can only watch so much Netflix.
Yeah, it gets old after a while. Like you just get bored with that shit. And there's a lot of good stuff, but I'm kind of over just binge.
That's a lot of shitty stuff.
Kind of over binge watching. And which is ironic, like I said, the timing is perfect because this is the last weekend of The Last Dance. So this is perfect time for me to be like, I'm kind of over it because the last really good thing is ending this weekend.
Because I actually did sit down and I watched that John Henry movie. It was god awful.
I still haven't watched it. I heard it was one of the worst movies of all time. I just haven't watched it yet.
My whole thing about it is I don't even know what the hell was going on. It had like all these different plots. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. It had all these different plots going on at the same time that really didn't seem like they connected that well. And like the storyline, like it was like stuff that didn't make sense that happened. And how could this, like, is this supposed to be a supernatural thing now? Or is this supposed to be real?
So here's my question. Is it good, bad, or bad?
It's bad. Oh, it is bad.
I'm not gonna watch it then.
It's bad.
Me, I can be entertained by some bullshit.
Because you can mock
like the movie where Michael Ealy became Jason, like perfect example of a movie that I was highly entertained by that was bad. You know the movie I'm talking. I can't think of the name of the shit. Perfect Man. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, Perfect Guy. The Perfect Guy. There you go.
Whatever. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, like
Morris Chestnut was my age.
Yeah, Morris Chestnut was born in 1981. Even dude is like was 50 then.
So Morris Chestnut's the same age as me. I snickered at that.
A couple of years ago, he was 50 back then. Come on, son.
Hilarious.
But circling back to this restaurant shit, I just want to know one more thing because for those that don't know, our mom, huge fan of the buffets. I don't know her thing. And right now, I've been seeing that the buffets, they trying to reimagine the buffets. They talking about their plan to like what they trying to do. And I'm like, I get what they try because like obviously like the current format, that shit is dead. Like nobody's going.
Are they going to do like lunch lady? Like
they're going to have like either cafeteria style, like which is like Chipotle is set up like that.
Yeah,
they fix it for you. You can get whatever you want, but you just point out, let me get that. Like they're gonna have it like either that way, or some like are gonna have like how like with certain weddings, like family style.
Family style,
bring it to your table, like your food, like maybe like a tray of macaroni and cheese to your table.
Oh yeah, and then you select like
you serve. Yeah, you select what you want them to bring.
Select what you want. That might work.
Like both of those are good ideas. Is better than what they doing now. Like or the previous, because they all shut down now. But like previous to the corona, like it's better than that. Like so, like I saw that buffets. Cause I saw Golden Corral, Old Country, like different buffets I've been seeing. They reimagine the buffet. Like if buffets go under, all of those companies are gonna go bankrupt. So like they trying to figure out how can we stay open after this shit. It's like so that's what they trying to reimagine the buffet. So either cafeteria style, family style, like the two things I saw in there.
Yeah,
like both of those might work.
Either one of those might work. Like I said, especially the family style because it's like you just select when you come in. Okay, like we want baked beans, we want macaroni and cheese, we want this, and then it's
bring the tray to the table, and then like just the people at your table,
right? Just the 10 people or whatever you have at your table, and then
most time when you go to a buffet, it's gonna be usually it's gonna be at least like 4 or 5. You don't go there with a small crowd.
You don't go by yourself.
That's like a family thing. Yeah. Buffets is more of a family thing.
Yeah, it's at least 5 to 10 people under most circumstances. It's 5 to 10 people.
So family style might work. If you go solo, like the cafeteria style would work better, where they just they fix it for you like that. Yeah.
So I think they should just have both options available.
Have both. Yeah, like you can either do if you have a big group, you could do family style. If you if it's just you and maybe one other like smaller groups, then you can cafeteria style. But they are trying to reimagine the buffet because Because if it's done, if they come back, they can't open back the way it was before. It's
that
done.
shit is trash. It is.
With all kinds of random people handling the food, like that's not coming back.
Yeah.
Only the servers are the only ones that are going to handle the food, which is how it should be. Like, yeah,
right.
But most restaurants are set up like that anyway. You don't just have random folks handling your food.
And then they're talking about the casinos because, like they're losing a lot of money. The casinos.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine what Vegas looks like. It probably looks crazy as hell.
It's a ghost town. I'm sure it is.
It looks crazy as hell, I know. You know how it was when we were there. It was just popping. I'm pretty sure it's going to look crazy as hell now. Nothing going on. No gambling, no shows. Like, it looked crazy.
If we roll past the horseshoe right now, then we'll look and see what that looked like, the horseshoe. Probably past that because the horseshoe would be lit.
Yeah, horseshoe is like pretty popping.
Yeah.
Every time it has a Vegas vibe to it. Like no matter what time you go, like you at 5 in the morning and get you some gambling in. Like
right. It was lit.
There's always some action going on at the horseshoe.
But I know they're losing a lot of money. But it's like at this point, like especially like those machines, like everybody touching and it's like. How can you,
and the table games, you're not social distancing. You like, our shoulders are touching pretty much,
Like even if you
at the poker table, you right there and you right there. It's like, come on.
Even if you be like, okay, well, we're not going to open the table. We're just going to have slot machines, and then every other slot machine is going to be used. But even still, because they're touching the buttons, like it's like,
Or they're going to build cubicles for the table games, or like you have walls.
Plexiglass. Like you're in jail, like when you're talking like in jail to like somebody on the
dealers on one side, and then they have like the dividers for each one, like say like a prison visit here,
right?
Like that here. Is that gonna be the new normal as far as casinos?
It might be. They showed I saw a video that they have like a gym in Hong Kong, and like they had the plexiglass like on the treadmills, and like they were like running, and it's like they had plexiglasses around them.
Imagine a gym. And I want to I got mixed feelings about gyms because, like I said, I want to get my workout on. And the best place to do that is a gym, especially if you like lifting weights.
Yeah,
it's like there's nothing like the free weights at the gym because, like be honest, home gyms suck. Let's be honest. Keep it real. As far as that stuff, like you like cardio is fine. Like you can get you a treadmill or an elliptical at home, but like
or a bike,
if you lift weights, like the home sucks. It's like the best gym if you want to like lift free weights. Like if they have machines like lift weightlifting at home, but like those are all right. Like said like Bowflex, that kind of shit.
Like, that's about as good as it's going to get.
That's a machine, but like it's machine weights and free weights is not the same. And the best free weights are at the gym. And I miss hitting the iron, but do I want to go to a gym and shit? Even if they do open it, so I got mixed feelings. Like I don't know if I want to go.
Because in the first place, people were not wiping down the machines to begin with in the first place. Let's keep that real.
That's one thing, like me, I can always say, like I've always wiped down before and after. Like whenever, like before I even touch the machine, I'm wiping, and then I'm finished, I'm wiping. So it gets 2 wipes from me.
Right.
The average person just get up, walk away. Oh yeah.
I saw several people just walk away. And I'm like, you nasty. I would get mad.
Ass sweat all over it.
Right, just nasty.
But I don't even know if I even want to touch them weights right now because I don't know. But I do want to hit the weights. But I guess we'll see what happens when gyms open back up. Like I decide then what I actually want to do.
Right. We shall see. But
maybe a personal training session might be the best way to go because you get your workout in with no motherfuckers there. Like you have like a private session with just you and the trainer. Like that might be the best way to go.
Right. Because we do have to start preparing for life after because obviously this stay in place, shelter in place is not going to last forever. So
like I said, some states have already fully opened and then some are slowly opening. So shit's going to get back.
Yeah. So for you to like, start training your mind for.
Well, I'm thinking like, cause like I want to hit the weights, but
what's the after?
I want to hit them. That's where my mind is at. Right.
What's the after plan? Because you don't want to be like you're in fear. You don't want to just keep on being like, oh no, I'm not ever going to talk to nobody else, and no, don't do that. But you just have to. It's a new norm.
I think one thing I am done with is shaking hands. Like I think I can do away with that forever. I'm good. Never liked it. Now, like, keep this handy. Exactly right now, yeah. So hit one of those even through the camera. So exactly, I keep mine nearby.
Yeah, because it is just like I don't.
And then shout out Tasha, TLC Talk Radio. She put like one thing, at least this is killed blowing out candles. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Never like that either. Like, you happy birthday, you blow the
breath all over the cake.
Spitting all over your cake, man. It's like it's like, yeah, you're blowing the candle. We did that for years and didn't even think about it. Yeah. This party, they just spit all over that cake I'm about to eat now. This party.
Well, that one picture took it too far. It was like birthday parties in the 80s, and they had the open beer and the cigarette next to the cake. They took it too far. That was normal too, yeah. I tell younger people now all the time that used to be able to smoke in McDonald's. McDonald's had smoking sessions back in the day. That's it. That shit is crazy.
It seems made up because McDonald's is like the most family-friendly place on the planet.
Because they had the little foil ashtray.
Yeah, the little ashtrays with the
M in there.
The arts on the on there.
I remember that as a child.
Okay, like smoking to your left, non-smoking to your right. It was like that.
I was like Ariana's age when they were doing that. I was like Ari's age.
We're older than that.
I remember definitely
when they really got rid of it.
I remember definitely, like I said, in the 80s, like I said, when I was Ariana's age, when it was just like, it was just a thing. It just wasn't even an issue. And then in the 90s, that's when people started getting,
you know what? This is stupid. Yeah. Because I worked at Dunkin' Donuts in the 90s, and I was there during the time when they banned their smoking. Because there was a couple of smokers that worked there that were bitching. I remember that. Now they got to go outside for their smoke break. They're just having a seat in the lobby and smoking like that. They got to go outside. You know, we had ashtrays on our tables in the Dunkin' Donuts too. We had the little black plastic ones we had. They go and like had a cigarette break, and now they got to take their ass outside. I remember them complaining about that. It was funny to me because I never smoked that shit. Take that shit outside. I don't care. It's like,
you're smoking, period. Like you could smoke at the airport.
John McClane.
I'm
too young to remember when you could actually smoke on planes, but people have like older than me. Yeah. They had like the first like rows 1 through 5 are smoking. And think about how confined a plane is and shit. You choke to death like if you don't smoke. Like that shit is like so confined. Used to be able to smoke on airplanes. Like ask somebody like maybe in their 60s. Yeah, I remember when you could smoke on airplanes.
That's crazy.
That's why you see now they see the sign like the smoking sign will be off. It's like now like okay like then like like during takeoff it's like non-smoking. Then it'll go off when you like reach cruising altitude. Used to have that. They have that now for electronics on the plane. They switch.
Right.
It's like no electronic when taking off when you reach cruising altitude. Yeah, that light used to be for smoking. It's like now we reached our cruising altitude, smoking is permitted. It's like who the fuck is gonna smoke on an airplane?
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine that. That's crazy.
Well, ask somebody of a certain age that's old enough to remember smoking on airplanes. Like we remember smoking in airports, not on airplanes.
Not on airplanes.
I don't remember that at all.
Wow, stuff that you never thought that you would know. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. That's crazy to me. I can't even imagine.
Imagine at 30,000 feet, somebody just light up a Newport.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Especially they sitting next to you. So, yeah,
your hair and your clothes. And,
they sitting next to you, especially.
Yeah.
I need a square to calm my nerves. Like, people get nervous on planes. Gotta calm my nerves.
Oh my gosh.
What else you got, Kicks? I'm gonna have some Facebook fun in a little bit.
Do you want to touch? Well, we can. Since we're still talking about the COVID, everything that's affected.
Yeah,
you saw they did go for the second round of stimulus.
Mm-hmm.
House did submit the bill, and it's like a 1,800-page bill or something. So
I don't think it goes through the Senate.
Yeah, the Senate already is saying that they're going to.
Hey, they shitting on that. It's not going to make it through the Senate. I did see that. It's not going to make it through the Senate.
Because what they're trying to do is they want to do another $1,200 per person as a one-time payment, a second round of stimulus payments. But they say instead of paying for dependents being 500, everybody in your household would get 1,200, up to 3 dependents. So they said the most that you could get in a house is $6,000. So it'll be a family of 5.
Not happening.
Yeah, they was like, they would do that family of 5 to get 6,000, and then another good part of the bill that I was like that they need to tweak and to have, because they were going to add in the essential pay for how many was it, 225 million or something like that. They were trying to add in for the essential workers to give them extra pay, to give them hazard pay. So that was included in it, and I think that it does need to be included.
I like that,
because a lot of people are saying, a lot of the essential workers are like, okay, meanwhile, and like I get both sides of it, because they're like, meanwhile, it's people on unemployment that are making more than me right now, and I'm out here.
A lot of people have decided to get on unemployment because of that. Because like I know somebody personally that they left their job because unemployment paid better. Like I'm not gonna call him out, but yeah, one of my guys, he actually did that.
And I get both sides of it, but it's like for the people who, and here's the thing about unemployment, for the people who actually are unemployed because your job shut down because of coronavirus, you do need unemployment, because it's like you didn't plan for your job to get shut down. So like if your job ended abruptly with no warning, I still gotta pay my bills.
Right.
My mortgage people ain't gonna say, they may say, okay, well mortgage is a bad example, because like they can't evict you or they can't foreclose you right now, because it is,
they got a freeze on
freeze on it. Right now. It's a freeze on that. But like the light man, ComEd ain't gonna be like, or NIPSCO if you're in Indiana, ComEd and NIPSCO ain't gonna be like, well you can't, you don't have to pay your bill at all. They'll just postpone it, but you still gotta pay it.
Absolutely.
Your car note, like I said, like some car notes are postponing your bills, but you still gotta pay it eventually. They're just not going to be like, oh no, you don't ever have to pay your car note again. No, they still want their money.
Yeah, they just saw what a lot of car lenders are doing now. They just you could push the payment back to the end. Put
it on the back end, right?
You extend your loan where it's like, even though whether it's like, let's say you had 60 months, we'll push it back a few months. So like, yeah, so like what you're not paying now, let's say if you have to mix the next 3 months, we add 3 payments on the back. That's what
back end, right?
They're still getting a 60 month. They're just pushing it back.
Right.
That's what they're doing with the car loan. They say, okay, we can push back the payments because like things are tight right now. So
right, because they're either doing 90 days or they're doing 6 months. They're either doing 3 months or 6 months, depending on who your lender is. Like, yeah, they're
extending the loan. They're like, yeah, so like it's like you still owe the money, you just don't have to pay it now. So you got like 5 more payments on the end of your loan instead of having to pay the 5 right now, for example.
Right.
They're doing it like that.
So, I mean, I get that side of it, but I mean, I understand where people are coming from with it, but
that's why I get people wanting to open back up. Like I said, me and you, we're blessed to be in positions where financially we've been good. Like, I know my money hasn't really been that affected by this, but a lot of people have, so I get them are eager to get back. When this first started, it was fine, but like in March, but now it's like May,
2 months later,
damn near June, people are like ready to get back to work and make some money. Like they're sitting around like, hey, y'all are good, but we out here, we bad. There's people out here in bad shape. If you haven't made a paycheck since the middle of March, and all you got was that $1,200 stimulus since March, is like you hurting right now. So I get it. People want to get back to work right now.
And even if you're like, because like, you know, when you work, it's like your checks be like a couple weeks, hours.
Let's say March 30th was the last check.
April 1st was your last money, right?
And then you got your stimulus like mid-April, and then that's it. It's like, it's like a month later, like, you haven't gotten a check since like mid-April.
You made $1,200 in a month. That's all you've made.
The only money you've gotten since the middle of April was that. Yeah, you hurting right now. You ready to go back to work.
Chicago, it's $1,200, depending on like certain areas.
That covered your rent. Let's say you were able to cover your April rent with your March money, your March check. Now you covered your May rent with that stimulus money. So now June's coming up. What you gonna do? Exactly. You ready to go back to work now because of that? Hey, I got bills coming up in June. Like I spent that stimulus money on my May bills. Like a lot of people are there right now.
Right. But I mean, I get like
right around the corner. Like now what?
I get like all sides of it. Like I just think that it is just a bad spot. Like it's really a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. It really is. Like however you try to, you know, and even when we do return back to work, it's like we're going to have to be mindful. So I work in an office. So, I mean, I don't know, are they going to just be with us with like our normal office days? Are they just going to tell us to just stay home and just work from home? And then our days where we're supposed to be in the field, just go in the field but wear your mask. Like I wonder like what they're going to do with us, because I have field days and I have office days. So I don't know what my job honestly is going to look like, because, you know, all those people be in the office. I work in a big office, so it's like all these people in this office building at the same time. You don't want all that going on.
And my thing is like with the classes, like, you know, I teach class. And you have a kid who's in school. So like, what's school going to look like after this?
Exactly.
That's like what I'm wondering. Like,
and daycare.
Like, what's it going to look like?
What's that going to look like? Because like I ordered the kids masks, and their masks came in. And Ariana likes her mask. Like she put her mask on right away. And she's like, oh, I want to wear my mask. Like, it's fun for her.
Khalil was like, miss me with that bullshit, I'm sure.
Khalil, like, as soon as I was like trying to get his mask on, Khalil will not put on his mask. So I'm like, well.
You don't know. It's like, I don't want this damn mask on.
I'm like, well, that beats our, you know, I said, us, like, even if we do want to go and take a stroll around the block as a family, I'm like, we can't take a stroll with Khalil because he ain't going to wear his mask. That's why I haven't taken the kids nowhere. Like I've seen people out with like their kids like at a store or wherever. Like I'm like, no.
I see them out at stores all the time.
I'm like, no, they ain't going.
Their kids have masks on. Like Khalil ain't gonna wear his mask.
He ain't gonna wear his mask, and I'm not taking him out.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, I honestly, my personal opinion, that I think it's gonna happen. I think everything pretty much is gonna transition to return back to normal. I say July 1st. Reason why I say July 1st is because from a business standpoint, the fiscal year ends June 30th. The new fiscal year starts July 1st. So now you're working.
As far as the economy, like July 1st, but as far as some of this other shit, I don't know.
I say economy-wise.
But that's the economy, they probably they strike. That's what probably local, state, and federal government are trying to have back as normal as possible by July 1st.
Because now it's like
we got to get the economy up and running by
the rest of this year is a wash financially. So you can just chuck this up. You can just put all your losses, whatever, right now. And then when you start your new budget for fiscal year 2021, now that starts July 1st. So then you can start, you know, doing your budget. So you can look and see like, okay, well, I'm going to have to make up these losses. So now let me try again the black, because I know I'm in the red now. So, I mean, that's what I just see from a business standpoint. That's my prediction. Because I'm like, economically, that's what makes the most sense economically.
I agree with that.
And then even with Pritzker's, where they projected that Illinois, they said that Illinois probably is going to reach their peak in mid-June. So after mid-June, July, then we should be on the down. We should definitely be on the down by then. If you've reached a peak in mid-June, you should be on the down. I did read
a report about Cook County being the new hotspot. Let me see if I still have the story right there.
So that's why I'm saying, like, most
Cook County, I'm looking at, according to the Associated Press, Cook County is set to overtake Queens, New York as the county with the most COVID cases nationwide. According to Johns Hopkins University, is because right now Cook County is at 56,000 and Queens County is at 57,000. So like, with Queens like on the downside and Cook County still rising, they're saying it's probably gonna pass them like this week as soon as. So Cook County is about to be the hotspot as far as most cases in the whole country.
That's why I'm only going out once a week. I only leave my house once a week. I do. That's it. That's all.
We talked a little government. You saw what Sister Angela Rye had to say to Mr. Joe Biden.
What did she say? This should be good.
Because she fired back about the whole lift every voice.
Lift every voice.
Come on. Other prominent black women, they got together about the Black Votes Matter. They teamed up, and Angela Rye posted on her page is like, Vice President Biden, # you owe us. So Biden owes black women. We want three things: a black woman vice president, a black woman Supreme Court nominee, and a comprehensive black agenda. Lift every voice, will not do. Said, we are the path to victory. Our vote matters. Like, that's what Angela Rye posted. Yeah. So Angela's calling out Joe Biden. Is like,
I agree.
That shit. It's like,
I agree that our vote matters as black women, because it seems like black women that we've been the fixer of a lot of bullshit. Black women, is rested on us to fix a lot of, yeah, this got messed up. Who's going to fix? Let's let these black ladies fix it. It's like, really? Really?
I saw Hidden Figures.
Thank you. Thank you. Hidden Figures. Exactly. Black woman has to fix it. You know, they was like, and even like he proves the point, because he wanted Michelle Obama to be the vice president. And Michelle was like, no, I don't want to do that. No.
Read my book. I'm not running for office. Never had, not now, not ever.
Never have, never will, because she has no desire to run for office, none whatsoever.
She's like, politics, that was my husband's thing, but I was never into that. It's like
she did what a wife is supposed to do. If your husband has a vision to want to do that, you support your husband. That's what you do.
His thing. That don't mean that I have to do it. That's his thing. Yeah,
she never wanted it.
Like, I'm not running.
She never wanted none of this. But when her husband started making his move, and then she, okay, all right, I'm behind you, baby. All right, baby, you want to do this political career? Okay, I'm with you. But
yes, we can.
I agree with her. I agree with Angela. Like, I mean, we do need to have a real agenda. That's the one I'm focusing most on, the real agenda, because this agenda is bullshit. That lives every way.
Even the name, like me, I like. Come on, yeah, really. You might as well see you giving out fried chicken. That's my thing. Come on.
My thing, no, a more appropriate name of this is, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. That's to be the real name, because they don't care about us. We haven't seen. I mean, like, what was the last thing that black people actually got in something? Civil rights. That was 1963. That was 1963, right? When the Civil Rights Act first got.
That was before we were born. I know
right.
that.
Our mom was a teenager. Come on now. It's like, really?
I want to say when the bill was actually like signed, was it the Nixon administration? That's so long ago that shit was. Like that's way before we were born. It was like 71 or some shit when they actually signed it into law. Like, think about
before we were born.
Yeah, come on.
Like, we came along in Reaganomics. That's when we were.
I said that we talked about this the other day, but I touch on it again right now. Is
Reaganomics.
Black people got to stop giving Democrats a pass. It's like the Democrats suck just as much as the Republicans when it comes to black people. Like, I'm not talking about white Democrats. Yeah, things might get better when a Democrat is office for y'all, but like for blacks, it's like same shit. Like, no matter who's in office, it's like it's the same shit.
Like, who said the expression? Right, left, it's the same body. Right, left, it's the same body.
Yeah.
Whether you go right or left, it's on the same body. So, like, what are you really doing to really address what
we need to stop celebrating like just because a Democrat won? We need to hold them accountable, which is why I'm glad Angela and them are doing that. Yeah, hold these Democrats accountable just like you do the Republicans.
Right, because it's like it shouldn't be on us to bail you out to get these votes to bail you out.
And stop pandering with Lift Every Voice and hot sauce and playing saxophones on Arsenio Hall. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, see, that's 25 years ago. They've been doing
pandering.
Damn near 30 years ago. That was 92. So you've been on like.
That was 92.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was
this
right.
bullshit been around. Before that, it was Reaganomics. Remember? Yeah.
Right.
That was the first time a Democrat in our life really like gained some traction. Because Democrats really were doing nothing before that. Like Jimmy Carter was the last Democrat that was relevant before that. And obviously that was the 70s and shit. Yeah.
Right.
So like, yeah. So like when Arsenio went on, when Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio, like that's why people say, yeah, he's the first black president. Like, no, why? Because he's a clown.
Yeah, that was some crap. It was. But
Bill was a clown. I could admit that now. I didn't admit it then.
We have to hold people accountable. What is your plan for Black America?
A real black agenda. That's all I want to know.
Right, like let's get some real stuff. And like I keep on saying, these celebrities, you have this huge platform. Use your platform to You know, because if one of us does it, like we don't have the huge platform yet.
That's why I like how Diddy did his thing.
Yet. I don't have it yet.
That's why I like Diddy. He was like, yeah, until we see a black, which it kind of got some attention at least. At least you got to lift every voice. It's like, it's better than nothing. but like Diddy was like, yeah, we're going to hold our vote hostage until we get an agenda. Right. And that was the agenda. But Angela now is like, no, we need more. So it's always about levels. Yeah. So.
It's affordable housing. Like a big one that like I see for Chicago that I'm saying in particular, like you guys are gentrifying the mess out of these areas. What about all these residents who've been in these areas? Are they going to be displaced now because now you're making it the new trendy spot? So, like, we saw what happened to Cabrini Green.
Yep.
Cabrini Green is $3,000 condos.
That's part of once that's part of Old Town now, and Old Town is one of the
most expensive areas in Chicago. Like I said, those condos are $3,000 a month. A month, $3,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. It did that out in New York as well too with Brooklyn. Like the Barclays Center and all that shit. Like Brooklyn was the hood back in like the Spike Lee days. Bed-Stuy. Do the Right Thing, all of that. Like that was the hood, Brooklyn. That was like the 80s. But now Brooklyn, you got the Barclays Center.
What was the one that Jay-Z talked about in the story of OJ? Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like he could have bought the property. Now it's worth like $20 million or whatever. Now he would have bought it for $2 million. 2 years back, now it's worth $20 million. It's like, they're gentrifying the mess out of these areas. And it's like, what's the plan for that? Like, let's make sure that the residents who've been here for 20, 30, 40 years, are they going to be displaced? Because now, even if you own your property, let's say they raise the property taxes so high, now you can't afford it. You can't even afford the property taxes for your home. So it has to be some sort of plan that has to be in place. Like
I like education as well too, and I'm not talking about a college degree. Like that's what I'm talking about. If you give somebody $100,000, teach them how to turn it into $1 million. That's the education I'm talking about. Like that's useful stuff you can use in real life.
Building generational wealth that needs to go. That needs to go into effect because these generational curses that we have, we need to end these generational curses. I want
generational wealth, not a piece of paper to hang on your wall. I want life-changing wealth for Black people. That's what I want.
Right.
Yeah. But you ready to have some Facebook fun, or you got anything else? I'm ready to have some because we
can have fun.
We're not going an hour and a half like we did last
time. Sometimes it happens. Yeah. We're not around each other, so we get a little bit where we like, because we not.
I'm actually monitoring this time. No, I just was going without monitoring this time. I was like, I'm monitoring the time. Well, after I've said a lot of people last week with the question of the unpopular opinions, shout out to Aaliyah and all of her fans. I said I keep things less controversial this week with our Facebook fun question of the day. I said, name a song. It's courtesy of Naima, by the way. I can give you credit for this one.
Thank you.
Name a song where the remix is better than the original. I'll start. Mary J. Blige, Love No Limit.
I'll agree.
Baby, there's no need to tell you. Y'all know that one, yeah.
Remember when she did at Ravinia where we went? Was that last year?
Ravinia, yeah. Mary was at Ravinia.
I think that was last year.
And she also did, I want to say it was last summer.
Ravinia. I think so, yeah.
And also Mary did it at the BET Award. But didn't they honor? I think that was BET where they honored her.
Yeah.
That's one of the songs she did. Marcus Chapman disagrees with me. Shout out MC Marcus. He said he liked the original better. But like even Mary likes the remix better because like I didn't hear her perform that version, like, the original version at Ravinia on the beat. She reports that she performed that.
Love without a limit. Now you must really pull out some 411 now.
Yeah. Right.
Guess what I'll be listening to after I get off this podcast.
Right. Shout out Daryl Curtis. He says, Brandy, I want to be down. Good choice. With MC Light, Yo-Yo, and Queen Latifah. Skip the Moet. Let's chill with some Alizé. Yeah. You want to say
I'm doing the Want to Be Down dance.
Right. You want to say yours, kid?
Yes, the first one I said was Fantasy Mariah Carey featuring ODB.
Oh, yo, New York's in the house.
So that one hit harder.
In the house. Yeah.
I mean, when she's just singing, Mariah has a beautiful voice. So, I mean, when she's singing, it's nice. But then when you put ODB on it, me and Mariah go back like
the classic line and shit.
Oh, dirty dog's a liar. Keep the fancy hot like fire.
Let me see you do the stuff.
See, it hit hard. It hits hard. You can't tell me that it don't hit hard. That Mariah, it does.
And also we got Daryl Curtis again, along with a whole bunch of other people that said Let's Get Married, Jagged Edge, the remix. You know, the Run version.
The Rev Run.
What's going on across? Yeah, the Rev Run version. The war's going on.
Yeah, Rev Run, he hit that hard. He did.
It's like that, and that's the way it is. They use the track for that.
It is.
Shout out Holly Chanel, Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear with Big, Busta Rhymes, LL.
Of course.
This is mad. I get more butt than ashtray. Fuck a fair one. I get mine the fast way. Ski mask quick in the ransom. No, far from handsome, but damn it, the tote. There's like, come on, man.
That one is Bad Boys Come Out and Play. Even the way it starts out.
Remix.
See, we old. We old, so we know that.
Shout out Holly. Well, I said Holly Chanel was that one. Shout out Jovan, DJ Vaughn. He says, P. Diddy, I Need a Girl Part 2. No.
Mario Wine is in.
Genuine.
Yeah, Genuine.
An original one had Usher, I want to say, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. I need a girl to ride. Had Usher, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the other one, he sounded like Diddy, because at first he's like crying, like, I love you, girl. And then on the second one, he's like, you know what? You know, do your thing. You breathe again, mommy. Go breathe, mommy. Breathe. Yeah. You know, he's like, okay, I'm over you now.
I'm not hating, but yeah, do your thing, girl. Yeah, like I'm happy for you. Yeah, I'm happy you found somebody else. Like,
first one, he crying though. Man. You're the one I will always miss. I love you, girl. Yeah.
Shout out Miyoshi says, Method Man, You're All I Need. They had a couple of remixes. They had the Puff Daddy one, which is the one that most people know. Then they have the RZA one, so it's had two, the Wu-Tang remixes.
I like the Puff Daddy one.
Mm-hmm. It's a couple of
really didn't like the RZA one. I mean, is that an unpopular opinion? I don't like the arcade. They has a little chime here. I didn't like.
Both versions I like. I prefer the Puff Daddy version though.
I didn't like the RZA one.
Puffy's version is better though. I'll give you that. Shout out VV says Maya, Best of Me with Jay-Z. I agree with that. Of
course, yeah.
Because the original one with Jadakiss was trash. Shout out, sorry Maya, I love you. I love you, Maya, but that version was trash to Jadakiss.
Because the Jay-Z one said y'all and chicken man be calling, leave chicks fizzy hell. Yeah, that one was beaten.
And Paul and ass drop. Yeah,
that one was beaten. Yeah.
You know I wanna see what you put that thing on me. You know that.
Yeah, that one was beaten.
Yeah. Oh, I love you again, Maya. But Miles Franklin puts MC Light as a rock. I agree with that. Because the remix, the house version is the boom, 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 boom. The house version is the one that beats and shit.
Bounce.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a remix.
Yeah.
I'm today years old. I didn't know. I thought that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Do you understand the metaphor, light as a rock?
And we Chicago, so of course we're going to play the house version of Chicago.
Well, this is a metaphor because it says as, it's a simile, but yeah, that's my nerd moment. Another one, I said Crossroads.
Oh yeah, boom, 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 that version.
Yeah, because the original one was Even Though You're Gone, you go boom. But the original one was that, and then
which kind of sucked, yeah.
Yeah, it did. And then they re-released the album to do the boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. That's the version in the video, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With the Grim Reaper guy like touching everybody, and they just
right. Yeah. And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Actually, Wishbone actually had an Uncle Charles that died. Like, that was a real person. Yeah. That song was, people think it was just about Easy. That was really just about everybody that died.
About everybody's lost Because Lazy
was like his uncle.
Lazy
actually
had
died.
a baby that died. Lazy lost a child.
So like all of them had losses.
All of them had losses. So
they made a song about. They basically like pour out a little something for the homies that are here.
Yeah.
They co-cheesed it basically.
Yeah, which I think is a great way to honor your loved one, because it's like you're honoring them in a happy way. Like you're trying to make a good memory about them, because losing a loved one is extremely difficult.
Is Crossroads the best tribute song then? It might be.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, because it's like, now that I think about it, yeah, it might be the dopest one, that version at least.
I like It's a Hard Say Goodbye Yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Coolie High, shout out.
I like that one. Mm-hmm. But you want to like be, which one call was trash? Gangsta Lean, that was trash.
I tipped my 40 to you.
That was trash.
Shout out MC Hammer, they were part of his.
That was trash.
Remember when MC Hammer had a record label? Said nobody ever. Nobody remembers MC Hammer had a record label. That was one of the acts on his label. Shout out Old Town 357 as well too. They also on that label. I'm showing my age now.
Who was the more was?
A bunch of R. Kelly picks here. Can't Sleep. I definitely like that. The na 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 na.
I can't sleep, babe. Yeah, that was kind of.
Who gives a fuck about what they think?
Pretty much any R. Kelly song.
Ignition, yeah.
Ignition was the best one to me.
Bounce.
That one beat hard. I think about.
I've been burying R. Kelly all this time. Now we about to show Kel some love on this podcast for a change.
I mean,
you're getting some R. Kelly love.
He made good music. That was good.
R. Kelly some love right now.
That was good music.
I've been sitting on him for a while. Let's show the ninja some love right now.
And then Fiesta.
Oh yeah! After the show, it's the after party, and with Jay-Z and Boy and Gotti. Hell yeah!
Fiesta. Boom.
I'm a flirt, I guess, with T-Pain and T.I. on it.
Yeah, because that Bow Wow
sad mouse off it. Originally, it was supposed to be his song. It was Bow Wow featuring R. Kelly, but then they just fired him. Took the song. He said,
they mixed him completely.
And replaced Shad Moss and shit.
Because you forget that was Bow Wow's song. Like that's at that point, it was R. Kelly's song. It wasn't even. Mm-hmm. It's not even your song anymore, Bow Wow. It's just not. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
We got a few Biggie choices. Shout out to Sean Banks, Robert A. Black alum right here.
Yeah.
He with One More Chance, Big Papa. And then controversial one for me, like and Big Papa is somewhat controversial, but he says Get Money. I prefer the original Get Money than the Don't Look Any Further Get Money.
The I prefer the original too.
I like the Get Money, bitches, Get Money. I like that.
Get money. Get money. I prefer that one.
Little move forward, playing the Nintendo and teaser Nino.
Yeah, I prefer that one too.
Papa not home, sex on the night, man, head in the morning. I like that version.
I prefer that one over the you could be as good as the best of them, but as
bad as the worst. But don't
test me. Get money, you better move up. We're old.
MC Marcus Chapman agrees with me. He says, One More Chance, definitely, not the other two though.
Yeah, One More Chance, definitely.
He says Big Papa is another one. I'm kind of going, Big Papa, the remix sucked. I'm trying to go back on that too.
What was the Big Papa remix? I'm trying to remember the Big Papa.
Jermaine Dupri remix. You might not even remember, because they have the Puff Daddy one is the one Between the Sheets. Then they have
like the Puff Daddy one.
They have the Jermaine Dupri did a remix, which was sorry.
I like the Puff Daddy one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I like the DeBarge one, but I do like the dun 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 dun.
As we proceed, what you need for One More Chance.
Yeah.
The DeBarge one shits all over that one, but
the DeBarge one, it beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one beats.
Faith Evans on the hook, like that one shits all over the other one.
And then they had all the girls in the video lip syncing to it, which was a cool video.
They had Mary and changing faces and some other Aaliyah. But it's really
it was a lot of girls.
It's the one actually on the record. That's actually Faith's voice on there.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Miss Jones in the morning. Is she still? I don't think she's still on radio. Miss Jones should do a podcast like she. I think she might be blackballed from radio because I ain't heard her in a while. She should do a fucking podcast. Jonesy, if you listen to a podcast and shit.
If we stay in the Biggie in that realm, I said "Crush on You." That's another one I said because the album was just a little Caesar on the album, but then the other one,
the Lethal, I'll be undressed with the bra or see through like that version with Kim. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can slide on my eyes like the escapades, itchy eye with the marmalade. Yeah.
Little Lady Marmalade mentioned on there.
And then she did do itchy with the marmalade later.
She actually did that, which the less said about that, the better. We're talking about the best and worst remakes eventually. That goes in the worst remakes pile, especially when Christina Aguilera starts.
Anytime you hear you know it's Christina Aguilera.
Fuck up, Christina. Christina Aguilera sucks. I'm going on record.
The Xtina fans are gonna get you. Xtina.
Kristen says I got 5 on it. I agree.
Yes,
with everybody on it.
That one be
why you treat me so bad when E40 comes in.
Yeah. I still gotta watch the movie Us. I still haven't watched that yet because I was like, I want to see it just really like how Jordan Peele chopped and screwed. I got 5 on it, and it made it sound extra creepy. Yeah, I want to watch Us. For that.
Some that haven't been mentioned yet, so now I'm getting a lot of repeats. Shout out to Kelvin. He says Fat Joe Make It Rain. Once again featuring R. Kelly. I'm making it rain on them hoes. Yeah, that's the one with that. That version. Reggie Smith, Come and Talk to Me from Jodeci. Good one.
Yes.
So come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. Yeah, that version.
Come and talk to me.
Yeah, I agree. Who else do we have? Morris Hazelnut. Funny name, my dude. Morris Hazelnut says flavor in your ear again. Yeah. Hilarious.
Of course, flavor in your ear. Yeah.
What else do we have? Bumping Grind Sherm says that one. Like, I don't see nothing wrong.
You did your own remix, which was, oh my gosh, your Scrub and Dry remix.
Oh my, I wish. Less said about that. That's a whole nother podcast there. Like when Oz was doing parody songs.
That's
just one right there.
Oz had a whole parody song about somebody who had bad hygiene called Scrub and Dry.
One that it did about R. Kelly. I don't want to say it here because I'm not trying to shit on R. Kelly. Me and Leon Rogers made
one. Yeah, but let's say about that today. Leave it alone. Moving on.
Pepper's album that R. Kelly did, and I'll leave it at that.
Moving on.
Dominga, she says, Drew Hill sleeping in my bed. The JD and Brat version, I guess. You want to dance. I'ma make you dance. That version. That's a good one. What do you like better, the slow version or the JD and Brad version? That's a pretty good one.
I guess it depends on my mood. It depends on my mood, I would say.
Speaking of Brad, I'm surprised nobody mentioned this. I'm going to mention it now. The Brad, I'm going to give it to you. The remix is better. The one for the
the remix. Yeah.
Two for the boom, boom, boom. 3 to get. Yeah, that's not on the album. The album version is different. Boom, boom, boom. Don't get it. They step. I'm gonna shout out Miss Shantae Harris from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Repping Soul 106.3 Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Yeah, I did prefer that one.
Here's one that you said, but somebody beat you to it. Nick Henderson says Mobb Deep, Quiet Storm with Lil
That's Kim. The one I wanted. I was like,
damn, here we go again. That is like hard as a rock.
Bitch, Lil Kim was, she killed that.
Lil Kim was so cold. It hurts like how hard she fell off. It hurts like
I'm a leader. Y'all are following shit.
Nicki Minaj ruined her. Like she let Nicki get in her head.
Yeah.
Before it's pre-Nicki and post-Nicki. Like Lil Kim is like she never got over that Nicki Minaj.
Bitches suck hot just to get to the top. I put 100% every line I drop. Come on.
With the
M-O-D, she dropped that.
D-double-E-P. Come on, she snapped.
You should live a life I live. Yo, Prodigy, tell them what this is done.
You want to hear Lil Kim snap on a record? Listen to her and Twista on Thug Love. Woo.
Yeah.
Lil Kim went into her Chi-Town flow.
Yeah.
The TWIS to the TA, K to the motherfucking IM. Like, she was spitting that shit, man.
Whenever
That's what I said. Lil Kim was the GOAT at that time. It's pre-Nicki Minaj.
Whenever somebody could keep up with that fast style of rap, I tip my hat to them. Like, even Big on it's Bone and Biggie.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like, how Big gonna keep up with that Armed and Dangerous, into Big and Baby us, straight we no angels, label us no, like, he was keeping up with it. Like, if you can do that fast rap, I tip my hat to you.
And Jay-Z has done it a couple of times too. Like, he did it on I'm About to Go Ham and Jigga. Well, yeah, with Ham, he did. Fuck y'all mad at me for y'all I've been through. I play chicken with a Mack truck. Y'all motherfuckers would have been moved. It's like, yeah, he spit on that. Like, I love it. But that's just Chicago, me coming out. I get sick when everybody raps like.
Because he was like, he snapped on Jigga what, Jigga.
Did it like that too. Don't get mad at me. I don't love my own fucking mom. Don't love me. Be calling me Jay, but every day Z calling my dick. Like, he was like on that one. He did it.
Yeah.
It's like Jay-Z can keep up with it as well. So
yeah, we do the shit. That's the Chicago thing. That's what we call it. That's a Chicago.
It's like pizza. I call that Chicago style rap right there.
That's Chicago style rap.
Fuck that. The Chicago style rap. That's the name of this episode. Got nothing else. That's the name of it. Great one here. Shout out VV says Missy Elliott, the remix of Hot Boys with Nas, Eve, and
yes.
Eve snapped on that one.
Well, she's gonna be in the middle of the night, but she's with me, I was like, yeah, Eve, kill that. Yeah.
I need to do an unsung about Eve. Because that's when you mention in the best female MCs, she never gets mentioned.
Yeah.
I think was it out that TV one needs to do an unsung about Eve.
Yeah. And she had to battle X to get her contract. That's what she had to battle rap. She had to battle rap DMX to get her.
Well, that's true. Like Eve and Brat both should get unsungs on the TV one. Nobody ever mentions either of them when they mention best
Missy Elliott too, I think, because Missy Elliott does not get her respect either.
Missy, she's probably more than those others, but she probably should get more because of what she brought to the table.
Her production value.
That's it. But what she brought to the table, she should get more praise.
Put some respect.
Even Brat don't get any praise. Like
they don't get none. Missy doesn't get as much as she should. She does not. Mm-hmm. People started noticing it, like the new people when she did the Super Bowl with Katy Perry. People, ooh, this Missy Elliott person is good. She should have her own album. I face palm when somebody wrote that. I was like, really?
Somebody Caucasian that said it.
Yeah, it was. It was a non-melanated person who said it. I was like, really?
Shout out you. I'm reading yours. Touch It, the remix with Rod Digger and Mary J and Missy Elliott. Once again, Missy again. Rod Digger snapped on that one.
Yeah. When I give a niggas to play, his right. Mary snapped on it. I was like, okay, Mary with the raps. All right, Mary. Okay, Mary was snapping with her rapping on there.
Here's one I haven't even thought about. What do I like better? With Bonita Applebum. It's my guy Monty. He posted this, or I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong, but yeah, I don't know if because the Bonita Applebum, the one with Between the Sheets, is the remix. And then the original was one that it's like I don't know.
I like the burn. I like
they're both pretty dope. That's a tough one.
You gotta put me on.
Shout out Jamie. Yeah, you remember Jamie? DJ your fucking wedding.
DJ my wedding. He DJ my wedding. Yeah, of course I remember Jamie.
Annie Up, the one with Busta Rhymes on there. I'm like, I agree. Busta Rhymes.
Hey, Chase off. Hey, Chase
off. He snapped on that.
That beat's hard. That's college for me. I think about college. That's college days right there, Annie Up.
Mm-hmm. But another Tribe record, controversial, he posted here is Scenario remix.
Scenario.
Because the original was so hard, but here we go, yo. So what's but the remixes that were like that went hard too.
That went hard too. Yeah.
That's one that's close. Is like I don't know.
Bodo's this, Bodo's that. That's the original, yeah.
Yeah, the verdict is out on that. I don't know.
I don't know either because I like the dun 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 dun. I like that one.
Shout out to everybody's favorite music historian, of course, MC Marcus Chapman jumped in on that one.
Yeah.
If you got a music question, go to this dude. Like
go to him.
He's a fucking encyclopedia. I thought I know music. This dude knows music.
like he's amazing. Yeah, he is the list.
Yeah.
The guy, he knows that shit.
He says the original for both of those is like. I think it's Bonita Applebum original. I think Trump said, but that Scenario is like close. Scenario's close.
Another one that Marcus Chapman said. He said anything SWV. Yeah.
With Wu-Tang, yeah.
Yeah.
And I posted it as SWV what's the name right here.
Yeah,
with Human Nature version, yeah, the SWUSV, that one.
And then they even remixed it a little bit.
They did a remix of the remix when they add Michael's verse back in there. That's they do their verses like, there's nothing right here, what are you gonna do? But you know what I know? Come by the show, someone will know. Right here, looking out. I was trying to think of how it went. Forgot half the words.
You just go to
Shout out Roderick Quinn. He says Murder Was a Case. I agree. The version from the Murder Was a Case album was better than the version on Doggy Style. Because it's two versions. The Doggy Style one was kind of weak sauce compared to one of the remix was definitely much better. I agree with that. We got a lot of come and talk to me's. You got your Crossroads. I'm just going through all
Crossroads, yeah.
Splash Waterfalls, this one I don't agree with. I think the original was better. Because the remix had the whatever you want. The original was the and we're not gonna talk about that versus battle. I'm not talking about that.
It was better than I thought. That's why I'll say it was better than what I expected.
And we'll leave it at that.
I thought it was gonna be hot trash, but it was better.
Shout out cousin Clarence Appleton.
Yeah.
There's Arrested Development, People Every Day. How many people know that that's a remake? A remix, I mean.
Oh, yeah,
everyday people. The original version is just a regular ass rap song. The remix is the one they sample the Everyday People.
I didn't know that was a remix.
Shout out my guy Kobe. He put one that I agree with, Drew Hill's Beauty. Remix all over the original version of that one.
Because the other one sound like so. And they're using The Best Man too. So yeah.
Sorry, didn't notice you then.
That's the grown folks grind music right there. That's what I call it.
I already said Meth and Red, How High? Because DJ T.
No, you didn't.
So that's a good one. The one Fly, Robin, Fly. That's
the other one with the how high did it that I can touch the sky? How sick did it that you can suck my
hey.
Hey.
And when I posted was Black Sheep, Some of the Choice Is Yours. How many people even know that that's a remix?
I even go you one better. How many people even know the name of that song? They just call it this or that.
This or that, or some people even call it Engine Number 9. I've even heard people call it that before. And then ironically, the Engine Number 9 verse is not even in the original album version. Like that's a whole nother third verse. It's like that verse is not even on the version.
They be like, they play that this or that. The choice is yours. Mm-hmm. You can get with this, or
you can play the original version. If you're looking for the engine, you're gonna be disappointed when it gets there.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this?
What
I don't even know that verse.
Like engine number 9 on the New York tracks and line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up.
Back on the scene, crispy.
Real hard.
You can try, but no why, but you can't intervene. Yeah, that's part.
Especially I pretend I'm a fly girl when that part comes on. I start dancing like a fly girl. So I just hit it.
My guy LJ and MC went back and forth on that one. LJ claims he had the remix before or had the original version. They already said, "No, you probably didn't have it." It's some DJ shit right there. A couple of DJs is going after each other. We all know each other too, so it's all in fun.
It's all in love. It's all in love, right?
I don't know if LJ is bullshitting or not, but yeah. Another one that we agreed on was on Public Enemy's "Shut 'Em Down," the Pete Rock remix. Which MC says, nah, bruh, the original was harder. But now I gotta go with LJ on that one. I think the remix was better. Pete Rock version. A couple of more of these before I wrap this up. Stutter by Joe, the remix of that one. My dear, you did not know me? No, the one he sampled the Far Side.
Right. And then since we staying with Mystical, could your lion have a watch sale with Mystical come in?
Absolutely.
And then, of course, since we staying on the Joe thing, I said still not a player. I don't want to be a player. No. I'm not a player. I just fuck a lot.
That's a case of you take another song and add the hook to make a remix. It's like a unique song. They took 2 songs and made it into one dope song. They took Fat Joe's "I'm Not a Player" and then Joe's "Don't Want to Be a Player."
Don't want to be a player. Yeah.
Combine them into like "Still Not a Player." So that's like, so you picked a good one. They took 2 individual songs, combined them. So if those 2 songs had a baby, it'll be "Still Not a Player."
Yeah, that's what the baby is.
The child of Big Pun, "I'm Not a Player," and "Don't Want to Be a Player."
Don't Want to Be a Player. Yeah.
You combine those 2 songs, you get "Still."
Don't Want to Be a Player was "You're My Darling, Darling Baby."
That's the original.
That was sample of what's at the OJ's, right?
Yeah.
You're my darling.
Like, don't want to be a player no more. He had a whole song just by himself without Big Pun on it. Shout out Katrina. She's my homegirl. She says Groove Theory's "Baby Love." A lot of people might not even remember that song at all.
I remember that song.
The remix shit it all over the album version.
I remember that song.
And when I interviewed Emile LaRue like years ago, like name drop, like she mentioned that song was about her first daughter. She wrote that song.
Right, I remember you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I said that song was lit that nobody remembers. She's like, yeah, I wrote that for my first daughter. I think we wrapping up. Somebody has Justin Timberlake. Nicole has Justin Timberlake. Until the End of Time. The one with Beyonce. That's a pretty good choice.
Yeah. I have a funny memory about it because I was like watching a talent show with someone saying that, and then they were doing way too much. They did Beyonce's part, they were doing way too much. So I just think about that guy when he was singing Beyonce's part and did way too much.
So do you have any others you want to add? Because I think I'm done with that.
Nah, I'm done because,
Let's just wrap up the podcast. I'm done,
All right.
Appreciate everybody supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. We got about an hour today. If you like what we're doing and want to support us further, here's how. You can like our Facebook fan page, Not Another Damn Podcast. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review. Get at us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Also, get at us on YouTube. Audio only, video coming soon, meaning eventually. And your Amazon Alexa devices. So we'll say that right now. Also, you can get at me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm going to start TikToking more eventually. I'm shut down right now because I don't want to TikTok at home. If I get back out, I might do some more TikToking. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Also, OzRadio.net, which is a work in progress, but eventually we're going to get it there. And if you like the 90s and 2K classics, some of these remixes are on, hit up OzRadio.net, the bomb.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com. New video coming from Chai's Up.
There it is. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.